Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? We've got the first game of the 2v2 this week. Same rules as always. Kali and Afro banned. 4 bans each. And we've got Street Handles and Death going up against Anelia and White Crystal. This is the first round matchup. It's an interesting one because this is the dynamic duo of the stream. White Crystal and Anelia. They queue together all the goddamn time, and they not one up each other, they promote each other's comments, and they will both criticize something I do at the same time. They're delightful, but we love them, and they're up against Street Handles and Death. Death I'm not familiar with, but Street Handles, a strong player who's been getting even stronger each time we've seen him in the regular tournaments. He's very proficient on mages, so it's not surprising to see him here on the Soul, especially Soul. We've seen him on a lot. Raijin's really where he made his name for himself as of late. Wow, Anelia is getting blown up by that easy early combo from Hercules. You get caught by that, and it is it is a grim look for you, because especially with the follow-up damage from Street Handles, he was a little bit too far away there to fully capitalize. Creeps in the mix as well. There's just so much damage piling onto you, so she had to use only one pot so far. She healed up quite a little bit. All right, the second one's blown there, and the sustain game is obviously going to the blue team at this point. Good dash from White Crystal to make sure that solid shell. I thought he was going down there. But yeah, good dash from him. Really had the right idea with that. But Anelia, unfortunately, trying to save her teammate, ends up dying. There's no reason to try to commit there to defend White Crystal. He was already out safely. The first few autos, it was the right idea, but then she stuck around a little too long. So these guys in Anelia and White Crystal are actually EU, so it's definitely worth noting, no matter what game mode you're going up against NA players in. If you're from EU, you're playing on the NA servers, it is incredibly difficult. So, huge props to them for even entering these. I always have, a lot of love for people from EU just coming out and playing, because I certainly would not do the same. I can't do it. I hate it, personally because I hate lag so much. And it just makes the game unfun for me. But if they're having fun, I'm very glad, and I'm glad to see them entering. But hopefully they can turn their luck around here. Their composition is not, I don't know. It's good in a way because, it's got the wombo combo of the easy Sobek pluck, or even the 2 into Anelia's ultimate. But that would rely on a pick from on the Soul. And with Street Hound's positioning, I think it's going to be hard to do that. So Anelia would really have to go in pretty hard to dive the backline to get to Street, and obviously Hercules, great at just displacing you. So once you dive that backline, he can knock you even further towards the enemy tower. Oh my god, that actually almost just one-shot. That nice little combo there from Street Handles. Good thing that they have on their side is the Sobek for red team. Oh man, the poke, so frustrating when you get caught in that kind of position. But yeah, so they got the Sobek for the anti-heal against both of these guys, actually. Both of them being strong self-healers. He procs that 3 on them, gets the, what is it? I think it's 40% anti-heal. Let's check. Uh-oh. Wow, great on him. Death actually tried for the classic auto into the driving strike, and he just mistimed it. You should be able to get that, but Sobek's dash starts up very quickly, so he just mistimed it, and Sobek gets out. Alright, so it is... Oh, I was looking at the heal. The healing reduction is 50, actually. Wow. That's such a big anti-heal. And it's, like I said, it can show up big here, but it's going to, they're going to require a lot of setup potential for Anelia here. Like I said, it's hard to do that for him. Especially if he goes in here, plucks her, Death could turn his sights on Sobek very easily after they've, gotten a lead. So Anelia's going hard in the paint here, but the blue team really doesn't care. Wow. Did they just double DSI? I don't know why you said it twice, but damn. Yeah, that definitely sets the tone of this game. I think this composition is very strong, Hercules and Soul. They've got a good amount of wombo combo potential of their own, and they're just hitting so hard at this point. Both of them do, tremendous things with a lead. So much so that the red team really isn't going to be able to afford to eat just, you know, one, two, you know, knock up a driving strike combo from the Hercules. The soul on this skin is just screaming all the time, dude. Exactly. The lack of range is a big wow. Yeah, just deleted me so much damage. The lack of range on red team is incredibly detrimental to them in a situation like this, where they need to stay, you know, a certain amount of range away from the Hercules, because if they put themselves within that pull range, you know, it's all over from there if he manages to hit it correctly. They're also just taking a lot of poke from Soul while they're trying to get in there, and I think, yeah, the really weak range from these guys ends up being probably their worst nightmare here. There's no easy way in on the engagement. There's no easy poke damage. There's hardly any poke damage at all. Oh, but this is a great opportunity for them. I think the driving strike's still available, though, and he just goes for it and kills Inelia. At least they picked up their first kill off of that, though, but it's not gonna be that impactful if the Sobek goes down to Street Handles with a great presence of mind there. Just goes in and finishes up the job. He's been playing very well this game. I was going to say he's playing on fire. But, yeah, he's been playing really well this game. His push potential, obviously, here is insane on the Soul. And Soul Hercules, they could probably end this game real soon. Probably give him another couple of minutes if things keep going this way. The Hankier, oh my god, the tankier that the Herc gets. Soon he'll be able to just absorb a lot of those tower shots. He's got the full breastplate online, and he's actually going into the oh man, you know, I actually forget the name of this item all the time. This is when I would lose the caster, because I don't know the names of items that aren't played in Duel, right? Because people were like, NShadow, how'd you do on the caster? But I would lose right here. Also, solo casting 2v2 is hard, and eventually I will get a co-caster. And I apologize, you know, for any slopiness right now. Alright, so they're trying to aggress onto Hercules here, but like I said, it's all about whether they have damage to return onto him, and it looks like he's just straight up winning the 1v2 here. Good play from Inelia to make him think that he's going to stick around, but then she actually turned the corner and jumps over that blue buff wall. Yeah, the two of them, you know, they've full committed there and really just didn't get anything off. Of course, they weren't able to use Inelia's ultimate, but even so, you know, so much damage, or so much effort invested into that Hercules, and so little damage done. He's grown way too tanky for them. Both of these guys have no penetration right now. This guy finally getting a little bit in this passive of the Ward Stone, but I don't know if this should be the build path for White Crystal here anyway. As Wardstone really helps out. Oh my god. They got Street, though. That's great. They end up with a clean pick onto Street. And that will actually be a great impact on this game for them. I don't know. It might not be over. It's tough, though, because, like I said, look at Inelia's problem right here. If she steps up to Hercules, she is dead. Had to beads there, and she just makes it out. Wow. She actually beats a little too late after he had already finished his driving strike. But it worked out in the end. So yeah, I was saying the Void Stone here really doesn't make too much sense, because it's an item that reduces the magical protection of your enemies, and he's not helping out Inelia at all with this item. It's a completely, you know, selfish item. Wow, selfish Rex over here. You guys ever read that book as a kid? I loved Selfish Rex. It was my favorite children's book. Read that shit right now if you have the chance. It's colorful, beautiful. But yeah, what was I gonna say? White Crystal, right? Yeah, so he's only amplifying his own damage here, and I mean, he's the tank, so he really needs to set up more for Inelia at this point. Oh, Herc actually did not go into what I thought. I thought he was gonna go the anti-knockup item. Oh, snap. That ult was actually completely off the mark from Street Handles after the first, you know, the initial hit. Ooh, what a play from Inelia. That's the best. That's why we pick Awilix, folks. Great play, but look at I was going to say Death coming out swinging with the return kill. This is great for them because it's really just Street getting ahead of himself, thinking that he can, you know, take on the world with the lead that they have, and White Crystal and Nelia, you know, teaming up, the dynamic duo, to show that they can definitely fight this. However, oof, the double tap from Death after White Crystal tried to get that pluck. He wanted to force Death into the Phoenix, but even if he did, it just wouldn't be enough damage at all. He didn't have a Nelia available, so there was really no point in, you know, going for that kind of risky measure. Even if he hit him, it was risky because he would have been able to driving strike the Sobek out of his own Phoenix and finish with the Boulder combo. Now, Bold Demon is aggressed onto. Smart of Nelia to recognize that they are on this. Might be able to scoot out with the 3. Oh, wow, that's heartbreaking. That was so close. She is definitely dead. I do not see any way she can get out of here. White Crystal is going to have to back off here, but he's lingering a little bit too long. He wants to do whatever he can to defend this, but it's not much. Smart of him to try to keep himself at arm's length, because as soon as they turn sights on him, he will explode. He's not very tanky right now. All he's got is the defense against the soul. If Hercules gets his hands on him, it's a different story. That was a nice pluck, but unfortunately didn't result in anything. The lead is just so large at this point. So he ends up going for a Stone of Binding here, which I think just got a buff. Or Stone of Foul, I think, got a buff, actually. I think Stone of Binding stayed the same, so that's what you think of control ability. Yeah, no, that's not the one. So this one gives him a little bit of physical protection and magical protection. And then it, of course, also gives you the buff onto your allies for penetration every time you hit with a CC ability. It's a weird item to me. I don't really understand it. You can see it there working as a giant aura. And Nelia doing, you know, doing as much as she can, but just falling short, unfortunately. Like I said, the comp from Street Handles and Death was just too strong, and the way that they handled it was just a little bit better. You could tell they had a stronger grasp overall. Their game plan just worked out for them. Just keep up the aggression. Only, you know, small little mistakes from Street allowed Nelia and White Crystal to stay in as long as they did in this relatively short game. GG. No, don't worry about it, Nelia. No, thank you so much for always entering. I really appreciate it.